What's good, man? So I just got back from the grocery store, um, and a little bit about what happened with me a week and a half ago. I was at Jits, and um, I won the match, but I was training with this high-level blue belt, and he was a big guy, right? He was a big guy, but um, he he I was on top. He swept. He brought his legs, back the other way, ended up at side control. I flipped the other way and caught him in the Kimura and cranked that hove. And in the words of um, the talented and the wise Nick Rodriguez, uh, I took that arm home with me, right? So I have it, it's hanging up. But um, the uh, the point is that right now I'm off. So um, I didn't go to the gym but like once last week, and I'll probably make it out there probably 2 or 3 times this week just to do some light sparring. But the point of me coming on here to say that is that we're all human, right? So when you see us out, we're human just like everybody else, right? And the difference is that when somebody is an athlete doing the things that it is that we do, um, that has to be respected, right? Because it's not about us, it's about the children, right? It's always been about the children. We see it as a sport and as competition, whatever the case, but it's about the children, and this kind of sport is about protecting the society. So that's what gets us the glory, even in our older age. If you look at the people that are doing really, really big things, that have that fighting background, they get the glory for the rest of their life, right? Because they're giving their life to the to the protecting part of society, right? So you have, for instance, you have bad cops. You have bad cops, and those people, they get put out and they should be thrown out faster than uh, what it is that some of them do, right? And then they mess up really bad. They should be kicked out of the force. They should. There's no need for that, right? There's no need. But there are people that will jump on a grenade, right? If a gentleman jumps on a grenade and saves a family, then he should be good for the rest of his life, right? He should be, there should be people holding doors open for him while he's in therapy getting through that, or while he's in the wheelchair. And, if he's not too badly injured, then there should be females that are throwing him love too. You know what I'm saying? There should. And as somebody that has been good with girls, that has to happen. That's what I see is really wrong with the dating space, that kind of thing. If somebody's hurting that bad, like if somebody goes and they give their, because you have to get that they're putting their life on the line every single day in the sport that they do, right? In the sport that they play. So when you think about what was happening in the gladiator era, that's what happened. Those guys, they got recognition for the rest of their life. They were financially set for the rest of their life unless they really, really messed up, right? Then word travels fast, and they can no longer be, they can't, people can't show them the same love that they were being shown through their career and after, until they messed up. So that's what it is now. That had to be verbalized, because I see that, some these women, they're kind of heartless. They call certain people, but when it comes time to protect, then they're they're being lied to, right? They go more for the vanity, But when things go bad, the pretty boy is not going to be throwing himself in front of that, you know, in front of that danger, in the danger. And that's just that's how it is, right? But to the people that really are devoted to protecting the youth and protecting the older people, it should be this should be recognized, right? This should be recognized. Hey, you know, sir, he has his arm, you know, caught up in a arm band because somebody hurt him at practice, or he hurt himself, whether he won or not. That has to be acknowledged, and somebody has to go and help them. So it's about manners, right? It's about manners, and that has to be verbalized, and that's a big part of what I see is just not quite there's space there. There's that void has to be filled, right? Because at the end of the day, they're the ones that people call when things go bad. So I mean, it could happen to anybody, right? But if they're not good with society, then chances are that's going to come back to them. And the athletes that get it, they get it. You can't talk about this with football or basketball because there's a ball that they're playing with, right? There's that whole thing. But that doesn't help people protect. That doesn't help people protect. So that's what people don't get now. And where I've been, I've seen the worst of the worst. And we can talk about some of these things, but knowing when you put yourself through what it is that us in our sport put yourself through, then you know the real from the fake, right? You know the real from the fake. So that's what I'm here for, right? That's what I'm here, is to speak that. But that has to be brought to light, and it will. Like I mentioned, I'll be damned, man. I'll be damned, because there are children that they deserve the world. They deserve the fair shot. They deserve the fair shake. So I mean, this has to be brought forward, and it will, man. So other than that, it's cheers over here, and we like to have a good time. We have a good time in our sport, and we'll see about some future collabs or whatever the case. And if the Simple Men want to have me on, just to have me on, then that'd be cool, man. But they know how I'm coming, so if they don't want to, then I get it. But like I mentioned, I've been in Texas my whole life, so Austin, you throw a football over there and we're good. So we'll see what's up. If there's anything that y'all need as far as advice, then y'all can always get with me. Thanks, y'all.